Welcome back, everybody. This is episode 3 of the podcast series, The Blessing of the Terrible. My name is Letizia. In this episode, my husband Richard is following up and asking Munjiji regarding one of its previous comments. Munjiji said, "Unregulated expansion kills."
I'm very struck by what you say about unregulated expansion kills, because that does really seem to be I'm not sure if existential is quite the right word, but crisis that's facing humanity, because certainly in Western culture, all our models are based on increasing output, everything's got to be increasing,
It's a wrong model. It's a model that functions for a while, but then you have to find a more balanced organic model. Yeah.
Do you think this virus is something that will create that sort of reflection on the part of humanity?
It's showing some of the dangers that you have already realized of depending too much on few countries for some things and not enough on your own resources, things you already knew. It's not easy to stop trends, isn't it? It's not easy to change gear, whatever you call it, to change direction for a society and for a type of civilization that has become more uniform in terms of level of consuming things, level of interest. Everybody wants that particular object, everybody wants that particular situation in their life, everybody, there is a kind of working towards a certain kind of uniformity. So you're still quite different, but you're working towards, instead of working towards union, you're working towards uniformity, confused as unity. And the unity that is meant to become one is a completely different aspiration. It's the sense of recognizing differences and valuing it. Instead, you're a little bit in the grip of limitation. Your sense of understanding the structure of how your society functions. So this particular virus has come as a calling card for wake up you to understand that there is a need to change direction. But as you say, as you know, it's difficult to change. It's like changing the direction of a very, very big ship, you understand?
Yeah.
It takes a while to turn it in a different direction. It's not as swift like a small car. It is a changing a current. You have to push a very, very powerful current that say, this is how we have done it, this is how we're going to do it. First of all, you have to see yourself on the other side of this epidemic. And see what are the lessons to learn. And until it's passed, it's not possible to know, because that depends also of the response of people. On the other side of that, the virus is inviting you, to take stock, to go with a potentially fresh direction. Things are not going to go back as they were, because the frailty of the way of running all the countries with these ideas of always increasing growth is something that deeply in the heart of anybody that looked at nature and how everything evolves on planet Earth can honestly tell, I know that cannot hold. Anybody, from the most ignorant person to the most clever person. But there has been a real blindness to accept that actually, instead of collaborating with the rhythm of that Mother Nature imposes upon you, you have been fighting it all the way through. Still holding that principle that you can control everything. You can control Mother Nature, but in reality you cannot. And that has been one of the great mistakes. So you became inebriated with the substance of what you produce, and now this inebriation is finding a turning point there. So this is a turning point. How long will it take to really turn? that's a matter that will take some time, because then there are conflictual currents. Yeah, those when they say we can all return to what we had. There are those when they say we have to be draconianly changing and be very strict, and the one that will go more anarchist. So these are the usual,
Yeah.
Let's have a big revolution and everybody's happy, which has happened before, and nobody's going to be happy with that, rest assured. So this is coming as a big warning of look at your old system. It's not time to be heroically against the flow of the energies, because the energy are going very fast, like a fast moving current. Yeah. So it's good to begin to see a little bit ahead and be ready for that, rather than the opposite. Yeah, rather than not paying attention and thinking this is be blown over in 3 days. Yeah.
So when you say looking ahead, it's like not making plans.
Yeah, not making plans that are too committal. General plan, general things, but don't be attached to any outcome. Because until this situation settles, if it's not flaring in one country, it's flaring in another, and then it's flaring in another, and then it's flaring.
Yeah.
It's a moving picture.
Yeah.
So what is it teaching you all here? Non-attachment. So this is the lesson at the moment. Non-attachment, self-reliance, look for your inner light. Do your action, but don't be attached to the outcome, which is what great teachers always taught.
Yes, there's a need to be flexible.
A need to be flexible and non-attached to the outcome. So there is a certain disintegration of structures underlying all this. Not that you suddenly are in anarchy, not that, but there is a certain underneath it all. There is a loosening, a disintegration of structures. So there are a few hinges coming off of the world structure, you understand? And this is kind of organically happening through a virus. Luckily it's not happening through huge world conflict, but this unhinging of structural functioning is taking place and is continuing to take place. So the financial world will be implicated in that.
Yes, that's obviously inevitable because of things interdependent.
Yeah, because it's going to move from one place to another place to another place. So this uncertainty, you have called it this way, and it's correct. This uncertainty that you feel is the uncertainty that the whole world is feeling for the people that are aware of what is happening across the globe. Yeah, for those one that wants to see, a lot of people don't just keep there. That's another way of looking, but you are looking more broadly, and this is what is happening. You are a citizen also of the world looking. Hi everybody, again, it's Letizia. I just want to make a couple of comments on the two phrases that Munjiji has mentioned, just to help everybody, and myself included, to clarify. So Munjiji at one point says in this podcast that the human beings have confused a sense of uniformity towards unity, has confused uniformity with unity. So what it means here is that really we have moved a lot into a position where we are taking out ourselves more outwardly, because of course through social media we can communicate with a lot of people, we can establish many links, but often these kind of links are leading everybody into a position or a styles that is very uniform. This uniformity deter the sense of, and create a dullness regarding your uniqueness, your personality. And when you lose the sense of uniqueness because you are fitting a modality that is restrictive, because it's based on an outer form, you are not journeying towards unity. Why? Because unity is made of the knowledge that you have of yourself, and the deeper is the knowledge you have of yourself, whatever you call your true nature, your deepest intelligence, it doesn't matter how you call it, that sense of knowing yourself will lead you towards what is called unity, which means you understand the whole world. And then when you come out into the world seen as truly connected, then you are journeying towards unity. And then we become one world, one planet, one human family that are in harmony with the vegetable kingdom, the animal kingdom, the plant, the mineral kingdom. So we don't reject anything, we become then naturally united. So the journey of unity is a long journey, but we often stray into uniformity, fitting into trends that are actually taking us away from ourselves. Another phrase that Munjiji uses is don't be attached to outcomes, so he speaks of non-attachment. And I wanted just to clarify this word and this concept, because it does not mean to be uncaring or to be indifferent or sloppy. It means that you are doing your very best without your ego being all involved in it. You are really doing the best of your ability, and you are leaving the outcome totally and truly to a higher power. That is the meaning of acting in non-attachment.